So yesterday, Jess and I, as you may or may not know, are massive fans of Frozen.
No.
We love this. We dress up as Kristoff and Anna at cons occasionally. Um, well, Frozen, the Broadway musical, came to the Fox Theater in Atlanta the last couple of weeks, and we finally got to go. We've been dying to see the thing, and so we went yesterday to Atlanta to the Fox to see the next to last performance or day of performance for Frozen, which was awesome, by the way.
Yes,
I was kind of surprised at a couple of scenes in there that I was like, wow, they would not put this in the movie. If you haven't had a chance to see Frozen the musical, do it just for Oaken.
Yeah,
Wandering Oaken.
That's all we'll say about that.
That's all you need to know. He is fantastic in this. But yeah, a couple of a little bit of adult things, by Disney standards. Nothing terribly outlandish, but it was good. It was a fantastic musical. I was not prepared. For some reason in my brain, I was not prepared for the amount of children that were going to be there.
It was definitely a theater experience like I've never had.
Never. We go to musicals quite a bit. We love the theater, not just athletic theater, but we love the
Broadway theater.
We love Broadway. And so we go occasionally, at least twice a year, hopefully to some shows. Yeah. It didn't register me when I bought the tickets.
You've never been to Disney on Ice?
Oh no, we've been to Disney on Ice. Oh, we know what to expect there.
But a Broadway show.
Oh no.
I was for some reason in my brain, I'm like, this is made for us. This is going to be great. And we get there and oh my gosh, the noise levels throughout the entire performance.
Yeah.
And when Elsa's saying, let it go, we barely heard her.
Yeah. It turned into quite the little sing-along.
It was a sing-along. So, but the amount of crying in some of them, like
restless kids having to sit and
just keep giving them candy. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I would not want to do it to these parents, even though they put us through that. But okay, there's a little girl in front of us who is dressed as Elsa, precious as can be, and so she was chit chatting during the thing, and her mom turned around, hey, can you take a picture of us before the show starts? Like, yeah, that's great, and she looked really cute as Elsa, and so I turned the my phone around and showed her the picture of Jess as Anna and me as Kristoff, and she's like, oh my goodness, where do you guys do that? And so the mom got interested more than the girl did. So. But it was fun. It was a really well done production.
Yes, it really was, and good to hear some music. I got to the music that we weren't familiar with.
Yeah,
great musical numbers, and the little dance. And the girl that played Anna was fantastic. Lots. Who played young Anna and older Anna. Personality was just spot on and fantastic.
Yeah, Anna was.
I mean, I'm partial to that anyway.
Me too.
But and to see how they pull off, the special effects, with the ice and the snow and things like that, and then the Let It Go musical number was fantastic.
Yeah, where she goes into her blue sparkly dress from her coronation dress.
You can actually see some of it online too. I think you can Google or look on YouTube like Frozen Broadway, and you can see. You can see some of this, what we're talking about.
Is it basically the first movie adapted, or is it kind of a combination of the two?
First movie, but there is one quick little word from the second movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say it. Should we?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
It's when Olaf is singing In Summer. There's a bird that shows up on the side, and he goes, Samantha?
They've it's mostly adapted off of the first movie.
Yeah, completely.
But I'm wondering though, and I have a question now that you bring this up, because so we know how the Anna and Elsa and Anna's parents, they died. Now in the first movie, we didn't. We just know that they died, and we were just under the impression that they just boarded a ship to go somewhere. But in the second movie, they touched on the fact that they went there. They took that trip in search of where they would go for Elsa's Sorry.
My mama said.
No,
My mama
Brock,
said.
It's
Brock
all of
kinda
us
looked-
tonight.
No, Brock looked at me and I kind of, but they went in search of help for Elsa, basically, on her with her powers and the North Uldra and all that. And they kind of touched. You notice they touched on that in the beginning, like the mother's connection, because we didn't even know until the second movie, her connection that she was North Uldra and things like that. So I don't know if that was adapted, if they've changed a little bit with the
Well, they
second.
had to because young Anna and Elsa disappear so quickly. In the first movie, being on stage and give them a couple of extra songs and being able to, I mean, they had to bring away, because you can't. I mean, you can, because they did on a Broadway stage, go from the castle to the forest to find Pabby and all that. But at the beginning of the movie, they didn't, I don't know, they just didn't have the stage set up to do that at that point or whatever. So they had to kind of bring Pabby and the trolls to them. And so, Queen Alduna, I probably didn't even say her name, Adele Dazeem. They had, the mom had to kind of summon the trolls. And so they bust open the window and she does a little type thing, like from Frozen 2.
Because they're like, how did you know, how to summon us? And she's like, I'm North Uldra. And we're like, okay. So that wasn't discovered till the second movie as opposed to the first. So I don't know. Maybe that now that the second movie's come out, I don't know, because I never saw the musical prior to the second movie releasing. So I don't know. That's just speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is messing with the timeline again.
I know, right?
But absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to go see it, definitely do.
Yeah, definitely.
Just for Anna alone. And Kristoff. Kristoff was good. Kristoff was real good. Even Hans was good. Oh, when he does the turn, it's like, if somebody loved you, that whole theater.
Oh man! Oh
no!
Yeah,
it was a massive boo
when
on
Hans
him.
revealed himself to be the enemy, the villain of the story. Yes, that theater, man, they were vicious. They were booing.
They stopped. I mean, on stage they stopped. It got so loud and went on for a few seconds. They stopped and just let it die. They had to let it die down before they continued. It was great.
Oh, Anna, if only somebody truly loved you.
No.